my Patreon, whichever one you are watching on. It is Thursday, and we are watching the final episode of She-Ra and the Princesses of Power. Like, final. I don't know how we got here. I feel like I just started this show. But I am obsessed with it. If this is your first time, hi, nice to meet you. My name is Brooke, and I am a media lover, I guess is what you would say. I love, especially TV. I just have, like, storytelling is, like, I just love it. I love breaking it apart. I love predicting it. I love exploring it and turning it on its head. And this show has done a great job, especially in character writing. I think there have still been really good twists in the plot, but I think this show really does shine in the characters. They really make the show, like, obviously it's still really interesting, but it's not like a rebels fighting the genocidal freaks is like new or unheard of, but like it's very its own way. I know it's based on an older show as well, which I might want to check out at some point. But I've really been enjoying it. If you would like to go back and watch all of my uncut reactions, so watch the entire show with me, those videos are all up on Patreon, which is linked in the description. On my $5 tier, you get uncut reactions, so you could go back and rewatch the entire show with me and, like, see my growth. I also do, after each season, a character tier list where I talk about the season and how I feel the characters did, and it's very subjective, by the way. It's not like there's good rules. It's like, what is my vibe that day and how am I feeling about that character? That, for all of She-Ra, will be coming out tomorrow. Whether on Patreon or YouTube, it should be up tomorrow. And we will be starting a new show on the channel next Thursday. Because obviously the show is done. We need something to take its spot. I announced in the last episode, but if you missed that one, we are going to be watching Steven Universe. I know nothing other than the gems. Like, I know there are people named after gems, and I think they have superpowers. That's all I got. So I'm not doing any research. I'm going in pretty blind, just like I did this show, because I, one, want to avoid spoilers, and two, I just want to give you guys my genuine reactions and feelings. I don't want my reactions or feelings to be targeted based on what the fandom of the show thinks. I personally enjoy watching reactors who go in blind, because we're getting, like, their real reactions and how they think and how their life experiences shaped their reactions. So we'll be doing that with Steven Universe starting soon. But you can also, if you're like, well, I don't want to miss Steven Universe on YouTube, you can subscribe. Obviously, subscribing is a great free way to support me on YouTube, because especially as a small channel, subscriber milestones like 500, 1,000, I think 1,500, you unlock more things you can do with YouTube, including, like, streaming stuff, which I would love to do, like memberships, because I'd like to start doing streaming, and I'd also like to make, like, a low-cost membership tier for early access for people who don't want to use Patreon, because I know there are some people who don't prefer Patreon, so I'd like to make the same tier on YouTube for early access for people who only want to use one platform, and maybe then a $5 tier or something for YouTube people that's, like, the emojis and, like, member streams and stuff like that. But that's, like, a lot of figuring that stuff out, as well as, like, just streaming in general. I'd love to do, like, a weekly crafting stream or something where we just all get together and we do whatever, like, crafty projects we want to do. So the goal is when we hit 500 subs, we'll add in the weekly stream. So if you would like to contribute to that, you are more than welcome to subscribe, and I will say thank you. Do it for me. Do it so Adora survives this. That's what it feels like. But yeah, I'm really excited. I'm kind of yapping as I love to yap. but also because once I watch this, it's over, and I know it's not that long. The last episode flew by. Okay. You know, we're professionals, we're adults. We're not ready for this to end, but all good things must come to an end, including shows we really, really like. Alright, let's go. Last episode. Ooh, they didn't put this at the beginning of the other ones. You don't get to choose that, she gets to choose that. And then the thing came off, and he killed his don't start.
Taught me to be kind.
Faster, please.
Might we have each other?
I'm crying. Sorry, I need a second. Bo's the perfect person for this message, too, because he literally has been, like, this uniter the whole show. Oh my god. My voice is gonna sound like shit. It sounds so bad when I cry, so sorry for that if it annoys anybody. But, you know, whatever. He's the perfect person to choose for this speech, and yeah, it's working.
Love.
No.
We can't give up. And if we go down, we go.
Is the heart of Etheria. Is the failsafe not going to work without her?
No, he's like, you know who he is? He's the guy who watched Infinity War and then was like, you know, Thanos had a point. Shut the fuck up. Like, no, half the world dying is not fucking having a point, you fucking psychos. Oh my god. He's that guy. And you're just like, you think someone who wants to genocide half the planet had a good point? Are we watching the same fucking movie? We could just be better to each other and nobody has to die. Dumbass. Like, but, like, that's him. Like, he watched that movie and then went, well, I gotta destroy the world and bring peace, you know? Like, that's his vibe. Oh, it's so fuzzy.
Can't give up. You have never given up on anything in your life. Not even on me. I've failed. No! I've got
Not
you.
where we're still here?
Let go. Yay!
Fine.
You're such an idiot.
That's what I said.
The universe will be consumed in undying flame.
You're that right, she didn't blow up. The happy moment? There's no way. Destroy him! Oh, did he rescue baby Adore?
I'm so glad you're back.
Glimmer?
Hi, Dad.
Oh,
You'd be proud, Mara dearie.
stop! Cry. Oh, shut up. I'm sobbing. Oh my god, Reba's on Netflix, you guys? I love her. I was just trying to see if there was any, like, ending credit stuff. I do not think so. We'll look at the turkey stuff. That's fine. Okay, it's fine. I'm sobbing. Whatever. Let's put it on a pretty shot since it's like the final one. This shot is good.
We can bring
I
magic
wanted
back.
to see everybody. Yeah, I'll put it right here. Right here. There we go. I'm sobbing. It's fine. Whatever. I'm crying. Whatever. Okay, the tears are drying. I love this show. Like, what? It's just like, I love this show. I'm really glad I watched it. I think, again, I have seen the passion from the fans of this show that have found my videos and how passionately they will love and defend their favorite characters. And I think that is just a testament to how well done characters are in this show. There's nobody in this show who is perfect. There's nobody in this show who is completely evil other than Horde Prime, obviously. But, like, even him, it's like, in his mind, he is trying to do something good, even though we know it's not. Like, it is complicated. It's not like he's like, I'm gonna destroy him for fun. He thinks he's doing a good thing. And I think that's why this show is so gut-wrenching at times, but also so, like, emotional and fun, because, like, you could see a piece of yourself in every character. They feel like real people with flaws that are sometimes so hard to get through that you get mad because you're like, I love this character, but they're making the wrong choice and I'm mad about it. And it's like good. Like, it makes you feel something. Every single character has a moment that makes you feel something, whether negative or positive. And, like, it's good to feel emotions. Like, it's part of being human is feeling those things. And when a show can really bring that out of you, I think it's a success. I'm so glad this show really got through and got to complete everything. I do know Netflix has a tendency, we'll say, to cancel things we love before it should be their time. Like Shadow and Bone, for instance. If they had done season 3, I would have done it on the channel. I love those books. I was so excited for the 3rd season. Canceled. Netflix does that, and it's hard for us. But I think while I would love the season 6 of them going and bringing magic back to the universe, I do think this does feel like one completed arc of a story. And I'm glad we got that, because a lot of the times with streaming shows, we don't always get the ending. And that can be really heartbreaking. And this feels complete. I feel like all the characters went on their journeys. They came back full circle from what happened to them. And I think it was just very successfully done. Obviously, I cried enough the last hour for all of us, but there's not a character I can think of that I'd be like, this story would be better without them, right? Like, even characters who drive me fucking crazy, and I don't like because they're mean, like Shadow Weaver. It's like, yeah, but it's not the same story without them in it. They're still a great character. Like, they're so well written. I think a lot of people fall into the trap of, like, if a character does anything wrong, or they're evil, or this, you're like, and someone's like, oh, I like that character. It's like, well, you're a bad person because you like a character who did bad things. Whereas I'm like, no, you should like bad characters if they're well written. Like, that, like, I love that. Like, Shadow Weaver is such a good antagonist to Catra and Adora and just everybody at times. And at the same time, you're like, you could be like, at least she had respect for magic and she made the right choice at the end. It doesn't forgive everything, but at least when it came down to it, she made the right decision, right? And you can be like, that is a character that is really well done. Like, she has cared about magic since the beginning. At the beginning, it was very much her getting the magic and getting the power, and we see her develop a respect. I'll talk about that more on my tier list video, but it's just my point of how well they do writing these characters. It's like, I want characters who fuck up. I don't want perfect characters. Like, I think we have a tendency nowadays for people to want every character to be as squeaky clean as possible, and I'm like, that's fucking boring. Sometimes I'll go on AO3 and I'll read a 50-chapter coffee shop AU where it's nothing but cute fluff. But that's probably not going to sell on the internet as a show. That is for, like, that content is out there. You can find it. But you shouldn't expect every show to be that way. And this show is not. These characters are complicated. They make mistakes. They hurt each other. And at the end of the day, they forgive each other and they move forward and they grow. And I think that is so important. This is definitely a show that I think is age appropriate for any age. I think adults could enjoy this show. I think kids could enjoy this show. And I think it's very accessible. So I'm in love with this show. If people ask me for recommendations in their future, this is going to be at the top of the list. And I'm not ready to end the video because then the show is over. But I do have to go record the tier list. We will review the whole show, the seasons, the characters, and I will probably not cry, but I will probably piss you off because that is what I do in my character tier list videos. So this is going to be hard because I feel so many characters had such well-rounded stories that it's going to be hard not to like put them all up high. But I'm going to go do that now. Please like, subscribe, leave me a comment. Maybe let me know your favorite character and your favorite moment throughout the show now that we don't have to worry about spoilers and anything like that. And if there was a season 6, what would you want it to be about? I can't wait to hear what you say. And while we're signing off for She-Ra, I will see you next Thursday for our first episode of Steven Universe. Bye!